Okay, now we're going to get back to our presentations. And I've got to say, I've always got fond memories of Pako Festa time. It's one of those times in the year when we get to, well, I used to always say, do a little bit of festering in the sun down Pako Street. It really is a way that we celebrate who we are here in Geelong, our culture, our amazing history, and really engage with each other. Now, obviously, that's not been possible with COVID, but it is a wonderful opportunity now for us to reflect on how important the Pako Festa has been. So this next group has been looking at exactly that.
Thanks, Roxie. So firstly, we'd like to thank you all for taking the time to hear about our project today. Our project group are incredibly proud of what we've achieved over the last 12 months, and we've really enjoyed working on this project together. So our vision is to celebrate, teach and preserve the migration history of Geelong through documenting the last 40 years of the Pako Festa Community Street Festival. I can confidently say that most of us have either been to, participated in the Pako Festa, or we've marched in the parade or enjoyed some of the incredible food that's come out of the food stores. So Pako Festa is Geelong's much loved, award-winning free community street festival, the biggest of its kind in Australia, managed by Diversitat and held annually on the last weekend of February in Pakenton Street, the multicultural heart of Geelong. It incorporates an extravagant street parade featuring around 90 floats, hundreds of performers representing 45 affiliated ethnic communities and around 60 other community groups and organisations. So today, you'll be treated to the exclusive unveiling of a webpage that my project group and I have created to take you on a little trip down memory lane. You may even spot yourself or a loved one in one of the incredible photos or newspaper articles that we've correlated in an easy-to-use timeline. So Steph, Ben and Tavis will now take you through some of the key points of our project, and then they'll take you on a tour of the website that will be launched at the unveiling of the 2022 Pako Festa. And then Joseph will conclude. So over to you, Steph.
Thanks, Jax. I'm going to talk to the why of our project. So why is celebrating cultural diversity important? And why did we want to celebrate the 40 years of Pako Festa? Firstly, for those of us living several generations from when our ancestors first immigrated to Australia, it gives us that link to our cultural past. Who are we? Where did we come from? And who are the people that made Geelong the place it is today? Secondly, more than half the residents of Geelong were not born here. Pako Festa provides that opportunity to understand each other, build empathy and relationships across cultures. It enables us to work together to build a strong community. Why did we need an interactive website to celebrate the 40 years of Pako Festa? I think we can all agree that we're living in unprecedented times. Our social freedoms are uncertain, and over the next couple of years, we may be in and out of lockdowns. Therefore, how can we preserve Pako Festa if we can't even have confidence that it will go ahead in its normal format, with an average attendance of over 100,000 people? How can we connect with those in our community who are increasingly feeling isolated, alone and vulnerable if we can't even meet face to face? Well, of course, the answer was that we needed to increase the online presence of the festival. We needed to develop this website to celebrate our shared cultural history, celebrate Geelong and celebrate diversity. Now I'd like to hand it over to Ben.
Thanks, Steph. Over the next couple of minutes, we will show you how the webpage helps us achieve our why, and hopefully this will motivate you to visit the page when it's live and tell others to do so. To give you a glimpse of this exciting development, during this part of the presentation, you will also see an overview of the webpage in the other window. One of our motivations was to educate the younger generation of the different cultures in Geelong, and throughout the webpage we have utilised high-quality images, videos and stories to make for an engaging experience. For this younger demographic, the webpage will work towards creating a positive attitude and an increased awareness for the pride of cultural diversity found here in Geelong. If you're a parent like me, you'll understand how kids and younger people prefer to get their information. They prefer to get it fast, easy, and on their phone or tablet. And this is why the webpage is such an important piece of Pako Fest moving forward. Another objective of the project was to document the history and reflect on the migration story to Geelong. To best articulate this, as you can see, the webpage is formatted as a timeline from the very first year of Pako Fest way back in 1983 right up until this year's parade. The timeline enables us to capture the full history of the parade, and as a community, we will have access to the memories that have been created by those who have attended. We also had the vision to increase the reach of the event through diversifying Pako Fest into the digital world and ultimately make it more accessible. The website is easily accessed and can be further promoted through social media and other online platforms. This will extend the event's reach beyond Packington Street's parade and tell more people about the different cultures here in Geelong. Currently, 89% of Australians use the internet, which remains steady, but the big change we've seen is the increase in data usage. People now want rich and engaging content, and the website has been designed to accommodate this shift. This is how we're going to achieve our why via the Pako Fest website. Over to you, Tavis, to share our project's future recommendations.
Thanks, Ben. I will now share the future expansion possibilities of the Pako Festa website beyond the scope of our project. The inaugural website was developed from the ground up, and the conceptual idea was to build a solid base for sharing the cultural experience that is the Pako Festa event. It was essential that the website be able to provide a future platform for sharing information, and just as importantly, reflect that this is a community-owned and actioned event. Some of the future recommendations are broadening and strengthening existing community engagement in the festival by creating future functionality within the website. This would enable participants to share their experiences of the festival, creating a strong emotional bond with the event. An upload portal for retrospective photos, media content, and the ability for event visitors to comment on years they have participated in. Provide economic benefits through broader publicity and potentially drawing greater visitation by exposing a broader audience to the festival, as well as a tool for leveraging funding and promoting sponsors on the website. Educational benefits by providing local schools with a resource that embeds cultural awareness and tolerance. The content provided in the website could act as an educational portal to highlight the significant cultural event that is the Pako Festa. The portal will also allow for teachers and students to register for future updates on the website. In the near future, the website will also include interviews with participants, capturing the impact of the festival on specific communities around Geelong. Other possibilities include the potential for a chat function that will allow diverse cultural community groups to communicate. All these next steps can occur after the go-live version of the website has officially commenced in early 2022 to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the Pako Festa event. Now I'll hand you over to Joseph for a conclusion.
Thank you, Tavis, and thank you to my fellow project team members. Special thanks also to Luisa La Fornara, who has guided us throughout the project and provided us access to so many fantastic resources. And of course, the website whiz Mitchell Dye, who gave up his time to code the website for us. Needless to say, we are all feeling a great sense of responsibility and privilege in being able to do this project and to preserve the history of this festival that has lasted for almost 40 years and may last for at least another 40 years. This resource we have created, from the curation of images through to digitising the content, will live on and grow. There are already plans afoot, as you heard from the project team, for new content and more interactive functionality. On your screens, you will see a QR code, and this code will allow you to register your details for the launch of the website, which will also coincide with the 40th anniversary of the celebration of Pako Festa. So register and you could be one of the first people to see it go live for the first time. Thank you very much.
Well, that's fantastic. You know what I love? I love how now QR codes are just like a thing. They've been around for years, but we've never really embraced them before. But what a wonderful way to be able to just link us through to wonderful stuff like the website. Pako Festa is an awesome thing. Just seeing some of those images, the colour and the life, and seeing people together without masks on, it just seems like it's a whole other world. But hopefully we will get back there, and hopefully we'll get back there, particularly for some of the food, which I've got to say has always been my favourite part of Pako Festa. So I do love that food.